Yeah, emotional. I mean, it's what you see. It's not an act. The things that you see on TV. He cares about his players. He's passionate about the game, and he's extremely competitive and fiery. And I think the biggest thing that he does for his players is he instills that confidence. And I know confidence is not something that you can just give away. Motivation isn't something you can really manufacture, but he instills that inspiration to be confident, that inspiration to motivate yourself and be the best that you can be. And if you look at his teams, it doesn't matter if he's at Southern Indiana, Milwaukee, Tennessee, or Auburn. They play hard and they play together and they compete every single night. A lot. Him and Coach Hurtis came in together at the same time. Coach Hurtis was the assistant and then became the head coach, and they raised the bar. And the first thing you got to do changing any culture is you got to set the expectations, but you got to set them high. And they got to be higher than what people think you can reach. Otherwise, you're going to reach them and stop. So he raised the bar. He sat in my room, my home, in 1993. I'm a high school senior and getting ready to graduate, and they haven't done anything. USI had not won championships. He had only been there for one season, and he sold me and my family on competing for championships. And I walked away from that meeting knowing that that's where I wanted to go to school, and those are the guys I wanted to play for.
How thankful are you that you were able to play under and then, eventually coach under a guy like him?
Yeah, very thankful. I mean, USI is a part of me, and it's had a lot to do with where I'm at. I've never been very far away since then. I did coach for a couple years in Virginia, but that was still with the expectation of getting back to this area and to the University of Southern Indiana. So I was fortunate that Coach Hurtis found me, and they recruited me, and I was fortunate that Coach Pearl was a coach, and I got to learn from him things that I still use today as principal at Mount Vernon. It means a lot, and I think it stems back to the previous statement of the culture. He changed the culture of athletics. He changed the culture of Southern Indiana. When we came to school at the time, we're a small regional college that was known for educating basically local kids. By the time I left USI in 2008, we had 10,000 students. We were a state recognized, if not nationally recognized university. We were multicultural and diversity had increased. And I don't think it's any accident that stuff was occurring when the athletic program, specifically men's basketball, was competing at a high level and being recognized throughout the country. So he's changed a lot for this area. Fortunate to have an opportunity to work and play for him, and we'll be rooting Auburn on this weekend.
Bruce swept into Evansville like a hurricane. He didn't know a stranger in Evansville. I mean, everybody on the street he talked to. It was one of those things where he took Evansville by storm, and that was his personality, his coaching style. Before he got to town, the team kind of would walk the ball up the floor, very slow pace. He hit the ground running. We were up and down the court. In 93, 94, we averaged over 100 points a game. In 95, we just kept rolling. And I think a lot of it had to do with his sheer force of personality.
Describe his personality. I mean, you saw him coach for quite a few years here. If you have to describe him as a coach, what is it like?
I don't think he ever sat down. He was always full of energy up, and for as many years as he was here, you could still hear in the back of your mind, 55, 55, and get that defense going. And, I mean, people still make fun of the 55 defenses because that's all you heard for 9 years while he was here. Just larger than life, but that's his personality. And he was one of those guys that he's the same way if he was talking to you now as he would be on the court, post-game. He's just that larger-than-life personality. I think it means a lot to him because we gave him his start. He came to us from Iowa, a program that had success. We were kind of his stepping stone to that next head coaching position, which was Wisconsin-Milwaukee, where he got his move into Division I. And from there, he had success there. He had success in Tennessee, and now he's had success at Auburn. And I'd like to think that USI was that key to the ignition that got Bruce going.